Oh,
Ugas.
Ugas. What up? What up? Pacquiao versus Ugas. Now, realistically, Pacquiao should knock this guy out real quick. I hope my mic is turned on. It's said to be that this could be Pacquiao's last fight. So he probably wanted to go out in a big fight fighting Earl Spence Jr., you know? But hopefully this is not the last fight of Manny Pacquiao, because I know he wants to go out like a true G. So if he wants to go out like a true G, he's going to have to fight again. You know, a lot of people say Earl Spence ducked this fight. I don't believe that, man. I just believe he got hurt, you know. But I would tell you this much. An injury like that is very alarming. And being a fight that is very alarming, this could be the end of Earl Spence Jr.'s career. You don't think the next fight he get into, people are going to punch him in the face? Punch him around that same eye that he got injured at? And what makes you think that's going to fully get back to the position that it's supposed to be in? Think about it. If you're a boxer, you want to always aim at the other boxer's weakness. Earl Spence Jr. got a weakness now. And his weakness is that eye retina. Man, I was going to drop some early content earlier, but been busy going through the rounds. I'm going to be flooding the NBA streets with content probably tomorrow. But tonight, it's good old boxing. All right. Manny Pacquiao, age 43, versus 35-year-old Ugas from Cuba. So it's the Philippines versus Cuba. I had to get in connect with my wife's brother, who's still in the Philippines. And he gave me an idea of how to screen the fight, you know. Let's box. Get them gloves ready, Zach. What up, Hoop? So, this is Tropicana Pina Colada. All right. Killing on that right now. I see this camera looks way much better than the one I was using previously. Now here come you guys coming to the ring right now. If y'all not watching this fight, try to find a way to stream this fight for free. I know it's suffered in pay-per-view sales because Earl Spence is not on his card. People were suspecting to see Earl Spence versus Manny Pacquiao. Instead, they got a replacement with this Ugas guy that not too many people know about or care about. But I will tell you this much. He is slow-footed. His style is catered to Manny Pacquiao. But he throws power punches. So he's going to have to ignore Pacquiao's speed. But all that power would mean nothing if he can't catch Pacquiao. And he's so slow-footed. He's a wide open. His style caters to Manny Pacquiao. You know, this should be an easy fight for Manny Pacquiao. He should have an easy win off this fight, you know? Okay, let me get to that rhythm. All right. So, hopefully, we still get a good fight. In a fight of the past, we got to see Robert Guerrero versus Victor Ortiz. Two guys that's way past their prime fighting. And the ghost, Robert Guerrero, wins. He beats, you know, oh, thanks, Z. Appreciate it, man. Still not fully built up yet, though. You know, as you can see, it's not off his P right now. Now it's Blue Room P, except the Blue Room is missing. You know, but if anything, this could satisfy the blue. Okay, so there you go. You see some blue right there. Pitted from the ring, you see blue. Ugas is making it to the ring. If anybody's watching this fight, I don't know if I'm lagging or behind, because I may be behind on this live stream. And that's the thing about live streaming a fight that you didn't pay for. It's going to lag and be a little behind. So what I'm trying to do is just keep a little play-by-play update to see if I'm behind. So, because I'm going to need that. I'm definitely going to need that. And let's see what we got here. I need a play-by-play. Not getting any updates on the play-by-play. Let me see what I got here. NBA is still making moves too. DeMarcus Cousins still ain't got no job. Oh, what happened here? Hold on. I just lost my little feed. Damn. Manny Pacquiao was coming to the ring and I just lost my feed. So hopefully I could get it back. Oh, what's going on here? Hold on for a minute, man. Let me try to get my live screen back or my feed back. Okay, I got to go elsewhere then. Man, all these live feeds look like they're going nowhere. Why can't I just get like a live feed of hold on. I lost my connection, so I'm trying to get it back. Okay, this is old. So I'm thinking a lot of people's live feed is getting cut off. And if I'm right on anything, it could be copyright. So a lot of people are trying to scream the fight, but just can't do it because whatever they put it on, it gets taken off. So a lot of people risking their accounts, etc., just to scream a fight live stream, which is crazy. Okay, so I'm a little behind. I got this up feed with Manny Pacquiao going to the ring again. Now he got the Filipino flag in the behind him. He did. This may be his last fight. This may be his last fight. He may go off into the sunset after this. His last fight was supposed to be against Earl Spence Jr. That'd have been a hell of a way to go. Legends always go out big. Now, Floyd Mayweather's last fight, pro fight, was against Andre Berto when he could have fought Sean Porter. He could have fought Keith Thurman. So he cherry-picked Andre Berto. You think the fans in the crowd wanted to pay money to see an Andre Berto versus Floyd fight? Not at all. Hopefully they run it back, but I don't think Floyd want that sport. No, Floyd probably fight a YouTuber because he won the fight against Manny Pacquiao, but it wasn't in a convincing fashion. And the fight wasn't just that. The fight wasn't good all around on both people, But I put a little more onus on Floyd because he turned the fight into a stews fest. But that's what he normally does. So I can't blame him. Now, if you run, you see what happened to Rigondeaux. He was running against in his fight, and he still lost. So you could still run and still lose. You can run all around the ring all you want and still lose a fight. You know what I'm saying? So somebody playing "If I Could Fly" by R. Kelly, my next door neighbors. You hear that? You familiar with that song? Yeah. What happened to my lighting? Now it just went bad. Okay, my lighting just went bad too, man. Everything seems to be going wrong a little bit with my live screen right now, but I'm trying to move it around a little bit. Get that light back. There you go. Get that light back. There you go. All right. I'm gotta see if the first round started already, because for some reason my feed is a little slow. I don't know what. Man, I can't see. This is crazy. I know the fight probably already started. So if anybody watching the fight, you could tell me what round they're in. I'm trying to do a play-by-play. You know, hopefully I could get that going on. Okay, yeah, they're done with round one. I'm trying to see. Wow, I can't even get what's going on. The MVP vote. What about the MVP vote? I didn't hear nothing about him with MVP vote. Only thing I heard about is what the situation I touched on. He was mad about not being called the best player in the NBA. Had nothing to do with MVP though. At least that I know of. But I haven't been paying attention to the NBA all day today. I've been in boxing mode. Oh yeah, I already covered that, man. I did that in the video. You got 0 votes. I don't know if you watched the video, but I covered that in the video. Man, I don't miss a beat. Every headline, every story that catches my attention, I grab it. I make a video on it. Now, I like going on live on the weekends, to be honest with you. It makes it a little more better when you could go live on the weekend. But this could be it for Earl Spence Jr., man. This may be it for this brother. They up to round one so far, but I will be a little behind. So I know they're behind in one way. He's sensitive. Man, Floyd Mayweather and LeBron James are the exact same type of guys. Exact same type of guy. If you ask me. Unsatisfactory. They got a lot of aspects to their career that could have been satisfied, but they didn't meet it. You know. Me versus Floyd Mayweather. Y'all watching this fight or y'all got access to the fight? Does anybody have access to the fight? Even though this is a boxing live stream, we could talk sports. We could talk any sport. Okay. What round are we up to, Tay? Because I'm a little behind. My live screen keeps breaking up. Now you see both of them sizing each other out a little bit. Now Ugas is a power puncher, a wide open power puncher, which makes it hard. Yo, did you order the you ordered this fight, Ted? Okay, round two.
You have that there? It's my cousin in Canada is live.
Huh?
It's live. My cousin in Canada is
Yeah, really? Let me get that link so I can watch it.
no, this is in his Facebook. He's watching it on the television. It doesn't like.
Yeah, so then how do I do that? Let me get to him.
This is my cousin's Facebook. He's in live.
Yes, he's posting the fight live, right? So let me get to his live so I can watch it.
I can watch it in my Facebook.
All right, let me get that.
Why it's
I don't get it. No, it keep breaking up. It keep going back to the other thing. So let me get that Filipino connection so I can watch it because I know they watching.
This is just television.
Oh.
He's filming.
Because they keep blocking it off. Uh-oh, somebody going to Alabama tomorrow. Oh, man.
Isn't it
Oh, that's weird.
Just block
About the what?
the sound because they talk
Yeah.
in Tagalog.
Oh, okay. All right, we watching the fight now. Now I got it. Told you got that Philippine connection. Oh, you guys got caught in the face a little bit, or some of these moves. Oh, Pacquiao trips down, but that don't count as a knockdown because he didn't get punched. He just fell down. Oh man, yo, he got it hooked up, man. He got a fish tank. He got a great setup. Look at this big screen TV. This guy's house looks gorgeous. Look at his setup. He has beautiful walls.
That's my cousin in Canada.
Mm.
Oh yeah, it's a fish tank.
Yeah, beautiful fish tank, by the way. Really nice. He got a nice setup. Like I said, I got a good setup, but it's hard to do it sometimes because they got a little bit like some stuff in the way. But you know, his setup is pretty nice, and the lighting that he got around the room is pretty good.
This is the round two. This round two.
This
Yeah,
is
it's round two.
that's what you watching?
Yeah.
Oh,
What about that one? Yes,
I guess it's round two. Yeah, I think it's round two. But yeah, man. Nah, man. I'm just living life, man. I can't go that far to say that. You know.
Manny Pacquiao is small.
Yeah.
That guy is big and he has a long.
He has long arms, but he can't. He's so slow. So the thing is, when a guy is big and tall, he takes so much space. So when he's going to punch you, you're already in here. And you could get all of that. So that's why I just say it's a mismatch for Ugas because Ugas can't punch.
Ugas.
Yeah, Ugas can't punch Manny if Manny comes in. All Manny has to do is come in, eat those ribs up because his arms are so long. If he throw a punch, it's just going to wrap around Manny. He needs to keep the fight at a distance. I mean, he needs to keep Manny in this way.
He needs to lower his.
Yeah.
This Manny Pacquiao is.
Yeah, see how they fighting a little bit with this highlights? If he could keep at a distance, he could just keep jabbing that Manny Pacquiao. But Pacquiao's not just going to sit there and let the guy keep a distance. He's going to keep coming in. So the more you keep coming in, it's danger for him. So it's pretty much like the same situation where you was watching Anna Lee fights. You can't go in, you know?
Oh, Angela.
Yeah, Angela. Yeah, I forgot her name. You can't.
You're just making up names, you know?
Yeah. You know, you can't have. You know, how she went in. Once she goes in, it's a problem. But if you fight her at a distance, you could beat her. You see how much hits she was taking to the face when it's at a distance. You know, because she can't throw hands. You know. All right, you going to Charlotte? You going to watch them Charlotte Hornets? Well, you can't watch them now. NBA season ain't back. But you prefer the country. Wow. Okay. That's what's up. Why are they showing commercials during a boxing fight? He got a pretty good setup. I mean, they're having a little fun over there in Canada. You know, Cold City.
Family is in there. All of them.
Oh, there you go. The commercial over with. Now we off with that round. Oh, I see. Lucky Black gave it thumbs up. Like he watching.
Oh yeah, he's they watching them.
All right, Z like that privacy. Okay. Well, hey man, the older you get, you start liking, neighborhoods where there's less people, less city environment. Like right now, I'm getting a lot of noise with these people playing music. Yeah. But this is what you get when you live in an urban city environment. You get noise. When you live in a suburb, when it's quiet, you don't get no noise. You know what I'm saying? Okay, good. A little good two-way punch for Manny Pacquiao and Ugas. He's bending down a little bit. He's trying to reach to Manny's height, so Manny won't eat that body up. But this fight may go down to decision. He's a big dude. I don't see him getting knocked out. But they are standing toe to toe. Yeah, I'm a West Coast cat, resident wise. But me as a person, I never think, walk, or talk like a West Coast cat. It's never gonna happen. I bring that Queens flavor wherever I go. If I'm in the Philippines, I'm still from Queens. If I'm in LA, I'm still from Queens. I still bring that flavor everywhere. You know. Ugas and Manny going at it a little bit. They're just sizing each other up a little bit. No, I think I won't. I say I had to quit my job. They be like, hey, what's going on? What happened to Prince? Oh, I quit my job. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, what happened to this guy? He just quit his job all of a sudden. Yep. Oh, Manny throwing them blows. See, you guys only got one punch to push Manny back. Manny came in there with like 5 or 6 punches. Manny Pacquiao staying in the pocket. You guys staying in the pocket. They just looking to throw blows and punch each other. At least they're trying to give the fans a good fight. Oh, Manny hitting a couple punches to the body. A couple, and then gets to eat. He eats a couple punches by you guys. Both of these guys are standing toe to toe. Nobody's running. They're just flat out fighting. Cuba versus the Philippines. They're going blow for blow, punch for punch. Oh, good punch, see? Good punch from Ugas. He kept the distance, and boom, Tucker hit. He on that juice. Hey, that's been a rumor in his career for quite some time now. Him, Barry Bonds, then they will always be linked to that. You could probably throw LeBron James in there too. Some people accuse LeBron of using steroids. I don't think so, because you're gonna have to present proof. But you know, oh, next round, let's go, let's get it. Manny and you got squaring up against each other. Whoa, good punch by Ugas. He hits Manny with a two-way punch, two-way combo. He's keeping his distance, blocking some of Manny's hits, staying in the pocket. Manny punching, punching. Ugas taking some damage. He's taking all Manny's hits. Now, this is what I don't get. We got next door neighbors playing music. They happen to be brothers, but they playing Latino music, and I know they don't speak Spanish. I know for a fact they don't speak Spanish because one of the guys I know I play basketball with, so I know he don't speak Spanish. So he must like the beat or something. Oh, it ended. It ended. It ended, man. See if you could get it back. Hope you didn't get hit with copyright. Everybody here taking the risk with this Manny Pacquiao fight. They posting it up, not realizing that it could get taken off. Copyright violation. No, I would have paid for this fight, to be honest with you. But there was no way I was going to pay $80 to watch this Manny Pacquiao fight if Earl Spence Jr. wasn't fighting.
Here.
Oh, it came back? What happened? Disappears and come back?
Maybe she ended up.
Oh.
Maybe it's too low. Choppy.
Okay, now we back. What round we up to? Because I can't see on this
It's fourth round.
fourth round. How you know? You watching?
I saw it. I have eyes. I can see.
Man, you must got better sight than me because I can't see this. Oh, I see it right there. Fourth round. Hopefully I'm right because it's on the fourth round. Oh, you guys Tucker hit Manny with a nice good right jab. Manny does a couple jabs at you guys. You guys doing some power punches. Manny's laughing while you guys keeping the distance. Those a jab in the pocket. He's fighting Manny toe to toe. No defense in here. These guys are just throwing punches. You guys tuck a slip. Good punch by you guys. He caught Manny a couple times, then he slipped and fell. Manny Pacquiao in the first round caught a punch, slipped and fell. So they're falling down, but they're not falling down due to punches. They're just slipping because they're standing in the pocket doing a couple punches. Now we should be heading to round 5. Oh, good punch. You guys with a double jab. Double jab punch to Manny face. Manny tucked that and laugh at it. Manny laughed at that punch, but you guys ain't laughing. He's just trying to win. But I think he's down on the scorecards to Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao did throw more punches. He is the more aggressive. That's right. Let's go. You guys throwing some punches in the middle. They just squaring off against each other right now as they throw a couple of jabs towards each other. Manny takes a punch to the Manny throws a punch to the face. Here we go. Let's get it. Manny with a little jab. Ugas in the corner. We are at the 5th round, I believe. Yep, this is round 5. Manny doing a couple jabs right there in the corner. It's a pretty good fight because they're standing in the pocket as they box. You guys taking them hits to the face. As he bending down a little bit, he looks a little tired. Oh, he tucks a jab. He tuck a jab to the face. Pacquiao again with another punch. Oh, whoa! They throwing some blows. Manny tuck a two-way combo to the face. Manny coming back, throwing a couple punches, like 5 or 6 punches to the face. They wilding out on each other. This is a good fight. Two guys throwing blows. Now see how these two guys are fighting? They standing toe to toe in the pocket. None of that pussyfoot running around. Okay, they ain't jogging around in the rain. They boxing. They going shot for shot, Glock for Glock. Oh, look at you guys. You guys taking some punches, throwing back. Manny takes some. You guys take some. They going at it, and they give each other the look down. Yeah, yeah, like yeah, I want some. That's what you call crowd pleasing boxing. That's what people pay money for. So even if I didn't order this fight, but if I did order this fight, I know I get my money's worth because Manny Pacquiao was boxing. Pacquiao never gives you a boring fight. He always brings you a good fight. That was a great round. Round 5 was great. Them guys doing punches. Look at that. Look at that slow motion punch. Manny takes a jab from Ugas. Manny eats that, comes back. Oh. Pacquiao keep messing around. He may lose this fight to decision. But he is 43 years old. This guy is 35, but he want the ruckus. Look, he giving Pacquiao a look like, let's go. Pacquiao said, okay, let's go. I ain't backing down. You ain't going to get Pacquiao running around. Pacquiao going to stand there and take them punches, and he going to throw punches right back and laugh. It's like he want it. Like he want the drama. He want all the smoke. Legendary Pacquiao want all the smoke. Manny Pacquiao took a couple more punches. 6th round. Manny does a couple left hand jabs. Manny's trying to get in there, but you guys had some good defense. You know what? He should try to frustrate Manny Pacquiao. Have a defensive round and an offensive round. Defensive round and offensive round. Good hit by Ugas. Whoa, here you go. Manny with like 5 or 6 punches. Manny got them combos, and he took another hit. He said Manny gonna go get to sleep. He taking a couple hits, but he want all the smoke. Okay, they're standing in the pocket, doing a couple blows. Good punch by Manny. Manny doing a flurry of punches. He's not connecting, but Manny is being active, doing a bunch of punches. He missed a couple punches in that last round. He's being active, and he's doing a lot of punches, a lot of haymakers. But they didn't land in that last round. Let's move over a little bit. Trying to get myself in a little lighting because my camera be acting up sometimes. But you guys still teasing Manny Pacquiao, making a face at Manny. He's trying to get underneath Manny Pacquiao's skin. Keith Durman, the guy that boxed Manny Pacquiao, is actually calling the fight here, doing some commentary. But Ugas is hanging in there against Manny Pacquiao. This is a good fight. Nobody thought Ugas would put up a good challenge, but he is. Let's move it over here a little bit. So we sliding off. We moving off a little bit, baby. There we go. Hey, yo, Zay, what you see right there? You see that sign right there? Hope you see it right there in the background. I'm just going to have it flashing for you. You see it right there? Oh, we up to the 7th round. Yeah, he a beast, but he getting rocked a couple times. Manny does like 5 or 6 punches in bunches, a couple of combos here and there. But they got to land. They got to be more efficient. Solid defensive stance by Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao going up against a much bigger Ugas. This is why people like him. It's like the little guy going up against the giant. No, Floyd wouldn't do fights like this. Floyd had a chance to fight Paul Williams when Paul Williams was dangerous, long arms, tall. Floyd didn't want no smoke. Never mentioned Paul Williams, not even once. Not even once. After people said we thought Oscar won, there's a lot of people that thought Oscar beat Floyd. But yeah, Floyd never rematched him. You can't leave stuff unsaid. Why are you just going to let the boxing fight go down to decision? Sometimes you're going to have to beat somebody in a convincing way to prove to that person that you're not on my level. Floyd never did that to Oscar. He never did that to Manny Pacquiao. He's going to have to prove that he could do that. What the fuck? He talking about gangs and all that. This is why I don't like this building too much. Because there's always those people always next door making noise. I can't even concentrate on my damn boxing fight without people playing loud music and making noise. Oh, good flurry of punches of Manny Pacquiao. Oh, Manny Pacquiao lands pretty good. And you guys still not phased. He acting like it ain't nothing. Oh, good punch by you guys. And he's opening up. Oh, good punch. And Manny eats it. Yo, look at some of these punches Manny Pacquiao was getting eat with. This guy got long arms. He's keeping Manny Pacquiao at bay. He just punching Manny in the face a couple of times. He's actually outboxing Manny a little bit. And he knows it. So technically, he may be up on the scorecards. You guys fighting his ass off. That's right. That's what Dame Dollar said. You guys could probably win this fight. He could probably pull off and win this fight. I should just help those guys shut up. This is what you put out with when I'm going? Do they make this noise like this?
Not really, they just like playing music.
They just ain't got enough things in their life. They ain't got enough
Like,
entertainment and stuff like that. They're just bored. So they use the music way too much. Then we up to round 8. You guys hit Manny with a couple of punches. Manny does a couple of jabs. Does a punch. Wide punch by you guys. Every time you do a wide punch, Manny could creep in there and do a couple of punches. So he may not want to do that. Pacquiao is looking old. He is looking his age a little bit at 42. But you got to give the man credit for going in there and wanting to box a bigger, stronger opponent. But he may get rocked. He may lose this fight. He's going to have to come on a little stronger in these last 4 rounds. Pacquiao still fighting like a warrior, taking a couple of hits. Nothing but respect. Goes out. Oh, here come Manny with a flurry of punches, combos. That guy's arms is too big. So every time Manny goes for a couple punches, he uses that long arm he has to keep Manny at bay. Here come Manny. Does a couple of punches. Manny's in the pocket, sizes man up. Oh, Manny tuck a right. Excuse me, I mean the left. Manny going punch for punch. Woo, they going at it. Manny taking hits and doing punches back. You guys doing punches back. They fighting in the corner. Give me some. This is like a Rocky movie because they just going punch for punch. You gotta love it. Manny Pacquiao's wife looks a little worried as she see Manny takes a couple more damage and a couple more hits. This could be Manny Pacquiao's final fight, but he ain't going out like a sucker. He going out in a blaze of glory, like a true G supposed to. See, this is what my problem I had with Manny facing against Earl Spence. Earl Spence was younger, long arm reach. It'd have been a big challenge for Manny to beat Earl Spence because you keep fighting these young guys. One of them going to knock you out sooner or later. Ninth round. It's not over with yet. Oh, they tap gloves. They know they got a good fight on their hands. Pacquiao gives his respect, say, hey, thanks for giving me a good fight. Because I want to go out in the blaze of glory. This is what warriors want. They want it. They want that smoke. They want all of it. Hope he shut up. See how loud he talking? My mama gonna do all them. Pacquiao still continues to throw a couple of punches. Pacquiao was the favorite to win this fight. They say styles make fights, and this is a good fight for Manny Pacquiao. And Ugas. Oh, Ugas throw a couple of punches right there in the socket. Pacquiao. Pacquiao standing in the pocket. Now they sizing each other up. Let's see what round this is. This is the ninth round. Ugas throws a couple of punches. This is a pretty good fight, man. It's action-packed. Oh, a couple of punches by Ugas. And Manny comes back with 5 or 6 punches. What a good fight. Is Ugas? I think is Ugas probably got a little cut. I don't know. Ugas' wife is laughing while Manny Pacquiao's wife is not laughing. She looks a little more worried than Ugas' wife. but they're going shot for shot. Pacquiao back for another round. Pacquiao did won a couple rounds in here. It could be tied because Pacquiao got some rounds when he threw multiple mountain punches, but he is 42 years old. That torch is being passed. This new generation is here. One thing you cannot defeat is father time. I don't care how good you are. You cannot defeat getting old. You cannot defeat age. It creeps up on all of us. It's just part of how it is, man. It creeps up on all of us. Boom. Ball of life, baby. Ball of life. For all the players out there, that guys that love to play ball. Tenth round. We got 2 more rounds to go in this fight. A good punch by Ugas. Pacquiao does a couple. Pacquiao misses. These guys are standing right there in the pocket, toe to toe. Great boxing fight. Oh, Pacquiao took another hard hit with a right hand. I told you this guy was a power puncher. You could just see that from the highlights that he was given. He's a power puncher. Pacquiao said this may be his last fight, depending on how he feels after this fight. Jab right there. Oh, jab right there again. Oh, good hit by Ugas. Oh, Ugas took a good hit. Manny took a good hit. They going punch to punch. Oh, good punch by Ugas. Then comes back again. Hits Manny again. 2 punches from Ugas. He landed on Manny. Man, this guy's a tough fighter, man. He landed some hard hits on Manny because he's bigger. You know, Manny looks like this. He looks like this. You see the difference of how it looks? We got 2 more rounds to go, and I don't see nobody getting knocked out. But based off what I'm seeing, you guys may win this fight. If he closes out the next 4 rounds the way he's doing, he may win this fight. But decision fights are different. Now, if this goes down to decision and Manny wins, you're going to have a lot of people that say you guys win. So that's the problem with decisions. Because it's always in the eye of the beholder after the decision is over with. It's like a rap battle. You guys with another hit. Another hit on Manny. Throwing a jab. I wonder what people are thinking of this fight so far. Or who do you think is winning? Dame Dollar said you guys won. He's watching the fight right now. Let's see what the people are thinking. Let's see what the streets are talking on these boxing streets. What these guys are saying in the boxing world. Because, it's not always about your opinion. It's about the people. Okay, Boxing Premier Champ says Ugas been a problem for Pacquiao, though. But Pacquiao is throwing a serious amount of punches. And somebody said it's a tie for Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao did won some rounds according to some people. Oh, Ugas with 2 hit. Pacquiao ate both of those punches. I think this fight should end up in a draw. If you ask me. It should be a draw. They still fighting in the pocket. All right. Manny Pacquiao threw some punches in the corner. I'm trying to fix my camera that's just been acting up lately. All right. Hold up. See, you did watching the same fight. You there? All right, now I'm back fixed. Browser was acting up. Oh, can you get it back? Looks like all right, they ended. Maybe he's doing another one. So far, I got you guys winning this fight a little bit. But by popular demand, they're gonna give the fight to Manny Pacquiao because he's the more famous boxer. But you guys may mess around and steal this fight, man. Don't doubt it. He could probably pull it off. Oh God. Now my live stream seems to be acting up again. All right. I think this is the last round right here. I'm seeing a little bit of the action. You guys with a nice punch. He stopped. He said he don't want to watch it no more, man. He can't take it no more. He probably don't like the way the fight is ending. This is the 12th round. Manny Pacquiao and you guys still going at it. Toe to toe. Ugas is slow, but yet he's giving Manny problems. I thought his speed would be a problem. Oh, he lands another punch. Oh, they going toe-to-toe and they lock up. It's 17,000 people watching this fight. Pacquiao and Ugas in the arena. Manny does a punch. Ugas and Manny still going at it. Oh, they're still going at it. Good punches. Back and forth, and they hug each other. Fight over. End of the 12th round. Now we're about to see who wins this fight. Both of these guys gave the fans a good fight.
That's my mother's language.
Judge, sir.
I don't
Malati judge di may isang boxing.
Oh, you don't understand this?
Manuti judge dito, sir.
You got to see who wins this fight. Who's going to come away with the W? This was a great fight. It could go either way. But I'm going to give the edge to you guys, man. You guys hit more power punches. You guys landed more devastating hits.
60-40.
Kaya nagdaktal ti kampante dito ni Ugas.
Gamin nalipas na J12 rounds sir baka again
Napigsapay sunod to eh.
Well, pero split siguro dito. Ay,
Baka unanimous dahil sir.
Is this a split?
unanimous dati.
Who won?
4-1 baka may salanti ang favor in Sir Manny.
Oh, yes, this will.
Unanimous.
Pinasawad pa yung judges na napanangin kini Ugas.
Because he's a heavily favorite in this fight. See, but it's going to go down to decision. And sometimes the famous guy always wins.
Pero depende lang tadigay judges no sino iti pangabagan na ta syempre. Tayo mga nga may baga.
Well, sir, bukod tayo laag mo niya speculation ko na tayo, sir.
Wait, did you guys won? My live stream got cut off a little bit. I don't know who won. You got any update? I'm seeing them celebrate doing their dang in the ring, but I don't know who won. Let's see if I can find somebody. Let's see if we can find a little more tell of the tape.
No, I think we fell short in this round as well. There's a little block and turn. So, Pacquiao tried to counter off that.
Yo, Z, tell me who won this fight. My line got cut off.
We've been pointing out all week that Dennis Ugas is a legitimate top 5 welterweight. And in the top 5, Sean, you're one of them, Keith Thurman, one of them. It's razor close when the top guys fight.
Absolutely, 100%. I said this.
Let's see what happens. See, you guys landed 51 punches. Manny Pacquiao landed 130. You guys though 171, Pacquiao though 340. But the percentage rate, the connect rate, 59% for you guys, 26% for Manny Pacquiao.
It is interesting saying that Pacquiao threw over 800 punches, Ugas just over 400.
Yeah.
It's of note.
Well, because Ugas was not busy in the first half of the fight. That's the bottom line.
Let's get the decision.
Let's get the decision.
Fighting on this.
Let's
Ugas
see.
And Pacquiao, we go to the ring. And Jimmy Lennon.
Here it goes. Here it goes. We about to find out now.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. The judges are in.
Who's gonna win?
Have a unanimous decision.
Uh-oh, unanimous decision.
Judging ringside, Patricia Morse Jarman scores about 115 to 113. Judges Steve Weisfeld and Dave Moretti both scored about 116 to 112. All three in favor of the winner. And still champion, your Manny's Ugas.
Ugas won. Ugas has beaten Manny Pacquiao. I said he probably won because he was doing more power punches. He was giving Manny the business. That's why his wife was worried. That age showed up. That age showed up. I called it. I said Ugas won. I told you. Your boy was watching. The guy that was the most aggressive, the guy that landed the most punches was Ugas. He was tapped. He kept Manny at bay. Boom, boom, boom. Manny took a lot of hits. He took too much hits. Wow. Ugas pulls off a miracle. You know, I'm pretty sure Pacquiao would like a rematch with this guy. But what a great fight. Ugas beats the legend Manny Pacquiao. You know, it happens to all of us, man. We get old and a new generation come. They want to take your spot. This could have been, if Manny lost this to Ugas, Earl Spence probably would have beat the brakes off Manny Pacquiao. You know, I'm just saying. You know, I had Earl Spence winning, but then again, I couldn't doubt Manny Pacquiao, you know, because I doubted Manny Pacquiao against Keith Thurman. I said Keith Thurman was going to beat Manny. I was wrong on that one, you know, but Ugas pulls off the victory. And he beats Manny and he's a welterweight champion, by the way. Ugas is the champion. He ain't no bum. So he going to fight Earl Spence Jr. next. Ugas versus Earl Spence Jr. is going to be a great fight. And Ugas got power punches. He could hit Earl Spence Jr. in the face. That could be a problematic for Earl Spence Jr. Manny takes a L, yes. This was a herder. Even at age 43, you still went into the fight as the favorite. You still went into it as Manny Pacquiao. You're gonna have to hold this L. It's on your resume, bro. You lost to a guy that nobody thought could beat you. You know, nobody had this guy beating Manny Pacquiao, and he pulls off the miracle. And he won unanimous decision. This is a bad loss. You know, he controlled the tempo of the fight. He threw less punches and he still won his fight. Wow. Pulled off the miracle. He kept the fight at bay, too. It may be time for Manny Pacquiao to retire. He said this could be his last fight, but you got to give a round of applause to Manny Pacquiao for taking on the champion, taking on a guy in his prime still, and a younger fighter. All right? So all the props go to Manny Pacquiao for taking on a big fight. Great career. And that's what happens. Yeah. You get older, some young buck takes you off. But he could have easily cherry picked and took an easy fight. He took a fight that he probably thought would challenge him, and he got what he wanted. Oh, Bud Terrence Crawford should be fighting what's his face? Sean Porter. If we get a Sean Porter versus Terrence Crawford, I'm cool with that.
Ugas says, I'm right here.
Wow.
Ugas says, I'm right here.
You guys had all the confidence in the world. He was shaking, doing the shimmy inside the ring. Yes, boxing is back. Thank you, Manny Pacquiao, for giving us a great fight. You stuck toe-to-toe with a guy that had longer reach, more power, and you stuck there like a man and took the fight. I got nothing but respect for you. Even in the loss, I got nothing but respect for you because you went toe-to-toe. He didn't dance around the ring. He just, let's go, man. Let's go. I lose. F it. I'm going down like a warrior.
Ugas says, I'm right here.
Great fight. Great fight. Some people were saying it's a tie. No. Everybody was saying, hey, you guys was going to win. Yeah, man, I've been watching boxing since the 80s. Same way with basketball. You know? And this could have been you, Floyd. You could have been fighting yourself a Ugas on your last fight. Instead, you took an Andre Berto. An easy fight that you know you was going to win. Andre Berto had no reason to be boxing you. He didn't do nothing special. He was probably surprised that he got the fight. He was like, you want to fight me? For what? I didn't do nothing. Shout out to Manny, man, for making this a good fight. Great career. He fought his heart out. There's an old saying. Sometimes when you win, you actually lose. And sometimes when you lose, you actually win. In Manny Pacquiao's case, he got nothing to be upset about. You fought like a true champ, a true legend. That's what we ants. Now, Earl Spence said he want the winner of the fight. So, Earl Spence probably a fight you guys next. Now, I got Earl Spence beating you guys. That's a different story. But his eye does worry me. Yes, he does have a more impressive career because Oscar fought guys in their prime. And he gave young guys a chance that a lot of boxers don't do. He gave a young Floyd Mayweather a chance when he was the big star. Floyd was a nobody when he faced Oscar. Oscar was the main draw. People watched the fight for Oscar. They weren't watching the fight for Floyd. They didn't even know who he was too much. Floyd was the new guy that said, I got next. Oscar would say, okay, you got next? I'm going to test you out before I hand over the keys to you. Because I was the pay-per-view king before you. A lot of people don't realize that. Oscar took on Bernard Hopkins. He took on prime fighters. Guys at their very best. That's why he got a statue out here in Staples Center. Because Oscar wanted all sport. Boxing is not about wins and loses all the time. It's about how you do it, how you perform, and what you had to overcome. So I would say, yes, he does have a more impressive career than Oscar. And And the fact that Floyd didn't give Oscar a rematch shows the fact that he didn't want no more smoke. Yeah, a lot of people say Oscar beat Floyd. But all those Flomos out there, they're going to sit there and tell you, I watched the fight a million times. I don't care how much times you watched the fight. Floyd never beat Oscar in convincing fashion. That's a fact. Because if that was the case, we wouldn't be sitting there saying Oscar won. How many people out there think Oscar actually won that fight? A lots of them. Yes, Floyd does have LeBron-like fanboys. That is true. Blind witnesses or blind fanboys. Whatever way you want to call them. But it's kind of weird, man. It really is weird. But if you know it. So and he went out there like a true G and performed. Gotta give him credit. Shout out to Manny for giving us a good fight. I thought he actually was I thought he was going to win the fight individually before the fight started. But once I started watching the fight, I said, you guys won this fight. I'm watching closely. He connected more of the power punches. He was the more aggressor. Same way with Oscar. Oscar was the more aggressive one. Floyd was taking like 5 to 6 punches, and then he just a counter punch after taking 5 to 6 punches. So one punch is more impressive than Oscar punching this guy several times, and the crowd going crazy as Oscar just wailing on Floyd. But hey, it is what it is, man. Floyd was the new guy on the block. Boxing needed a guy like Floyd Mayweather. They needed it for promotion. You know, as far for paying the judges, I can't say that's true because I don't got no proof on that. But I do know Floyd did not beat Oscar in convincing fashion. He should have gave Oscar the rematch. You gave Castillo the rematch, and Castillo beat the brakes off Floyd. He beat Floyd. I don't care what nobody say. A guy sitting there being a punching bag for round after round, doing no punches. You telling me he won? Castillo even gave Floyd a bloody lip. You mean to tell me? And Castillo had no cuts, no bruises on his face, and still gave Floyd that work. Floyd beat him in that second fight though. Castillo beat Floyd. I don't care what nobody said. And this is coming from a guy that liked it, especially early Floyd. But nevertheless, Ugas just earned himself a legendary win over the Manny Pacquiao. To have Manny Pacquiao on your resume for a boxing fight win is pretty good. That's good on his resume, man. He could say he beat Manny Pacquiao. I don't care about the age, because guess what? If you're in there boxing, it is what it is. No free passes. He's in there boxing, so he's going to take criticism like anybody else. He deserves to get that W, deserves to get that win. So you guys just made his stock even more bigger. Now people are going to come checking for him because you just beat Manny Pacquiao. Good win, good fight. But the Philippines are a little upset, but I think they got good spirit. You know, when I watch or hear about Filipinos in sports, they got good sportsmanship. They're like, hey, we lost. You know, we just went outside. We was there. You know, they go to support the fights, to support Manny Pacquiao, but they're not sour. They're not sour losers. They're not people that just keep making excuses. Just take what? That was it.
Yeah.
Mm.
People is still, proud about Manny Pacquiao because he gives so much pride to that.
But that was a legacy fight. So you heard what Hannah just said? The Philippines was real upset to see him lose to Floyd because they thought he won. But this is a different story. Whoever, that fight was a legacy fight because Manny Pacquiao and Floyd has so much history. They're going to always be connected to each other. You can't say Pacquiao without saying Floyd. You can't say Magic Johnson without saying Larry Bird. Those are rivals. They're going to be rivals forever. And their legacy is going to always be linked to each other because you can't say one without the other. And whoever gets bragging rights, whether you thought Floyd won or not, he still got bragging rights because in the history books, it says that he won. Regardless of what some people think. You're just going to have to live with the fact that, history says Pacquiao lost. Now, maybe in another dimension, another variant of Pacquiao beats Floyd Mayweather. If you're watching Marvel movies, but we got to accept reality. He lost. There's nothing he could do about that, but just try to get a rematch. And Floyd don't want none. He don't want to do no rematch.
The fighter that cannot get over. The people that watching it cannot get over. They are the one who chit chat. The fighter that doesn't care. Okay, I lost.
Yeah.
Okay, but those people that are watching, they are the one who keep talking. Oh, he lost. Blah, blah. They cannot get over, but. To Manny Pacquiao, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
It's it comes to Manny.
Manny. I don't know. Zach is asking, are you sad because Manny Pacquiao lost?
What would I get sad for?
Say you hear her talking. She says she's not sad. She's just speaking some facts right now. She said people in the Philippines was upset about Manny losing to Floyd, and they're the ones talking more than Manny. This is actually true. I think Manny Pacquiao is a millionaire. Perhaps on the verge of being a billionaire. He don't care about he lost that fight. Yeah. Yeah. So
basically lose nothing.
Yeah. Now I'm sure when he sits back and think about it, he's gonna be like, damn, I can't believe that's a loss on my record. But I think in his mind, he think he beat Floyd anyway. So he's cool with the results. Because in his mind, I beat Floyd. And the way Floyd won was so wimpy that he'd be like, hey, man, whatever. I think I won that fight. I think that's his attitude towards it. Like Oscar, you can't tell Oscar nothing. Oscar De La Hoya to this day says he beat Floyd Mayweather. And there's a lot of guys that think they beat Floyd, and then they got ripped off. Jose Castillo is one. So that's 3 guys that think they beat Floyd Mayweather. And you can't sit there and say Floyd won in convincing fashion, because if that was the case, everybody would most likely be in agreeing on it. Like how most people agree that Michael Jordan is the GOAT. But it's a split crowd with all of those. So even Zach say Floyd, Oscar beat Floyd. So you want to, Zach, watch Floyd Mayweather versus Jose Luis Castillo. He beat Floyd Mayweather. Please watch that fight. Watch the first fight. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I don't care what nobody say. Floyd lost that fight. That's one fight that I think Floyd lost. Now, do I think he beat Manny Pacquiao? Yes, I think he beat Manny Pacquiao. But I think he did it in a not so convincing fashion. I think he did just enough to beat Manny Pacquiao, and he won by a hair, a nose hair. I don't think it was a dominant performance. Be like, oh, he dominated. And he needed to do that to beat Manny Pacquiao. Because the only way you could shut people up is to dominate Manny Pacquiao. And he left the door open.
Because I don't understand why he still fight. He doesn't need to fight.
Who?
He has money back out.
Well, I mean, he fight for the love. He just love boxing. You can tell he just gets a joy out of boxing. Like Hannah said, she don't understand why he's still fighting. He's 43 years old. He should retire. Seriously, Floyd, I'm not Floyd. Manny Pacquiao should do what Floyd do. Just retire. Floyd, no, he was too old. And he know those young guys was going to kick his ass. So he said, I'm done. He said, I was over. I'm done with this, you know? And he didn't want to go into a boxing fight knowing that the other guy would have an advantage over him because they're younger. But Pacquiao shows you right there that he don't really care, you know? Yeah, I think Canelo would beat Floyd now too, you know? Floyd caught Canelo when he was young. He was a baby, you know? But nevertheless, that still was an impressive win for Floyd. I give him props on that win. Hold on. But me personally, Manny Pacquiao should retire. I think he's overwhelming his stay in boxing. Oh my God, I would not want to see Manny Pacquiao versus Conor McGregor. You know, I had a problem with Conor McGregor going up against Floyd. I would have the same problem with Manny Pacquiao doing it. You know, though, if you don't get it no more, just know when to retire. This is a problem with sports. You just never know when to stop. I think Manny Pacquiao loves boxing so much, he's going to continue doing it until somebody really hurts him and put him to sleep. Now, you see what happened with Ugas. Ugas was hitting Manny Pacquiao a lot. He keep fighting these young guys. They're going to end up giving this man brain damage because he's overwhelming his stay. Boxing is a serious sport. You know, boxing is a serious sport. And the longer you stay in it, you keep taking punishment, you asking for trouble. You're going to get brain damage. Muhammad Ali stayed in boxing way too long. He should have retired a little earlier. You see Muhammad Ali, right? Can't talk. You know, R.I.P. But when he was alive, he couldn't talk. Brain damage. You know? Memory loss. All of that stuff. You know? All the hits in the head. That could be Manny Pacquiao if he don't stop. I think his wife needs to sit him down and say, hey, you had enough. You know, you had enough. 43 years old man still boxing top fighters. You don't see a problem with that? Let these young guys box. It's time for you to retire. You know, I give Floyd props on knowing when to leave. Floyd know that, hey, I'm getting old. My bones are hurting. I can't be out here boxing with these young boys. I'm going to get knocked out. You know, Floyd left the game just in time because he would have got knocked out by Earl Spence Jr. and these guys. You know, he know they were coming, so he said, hey, I'm done. You know? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Floyd is, Floyd does calculate things. Floyd do these novelty fights because he know he can't do a real boxing fight no more. He just ain't got it in him, you know? Look, you see what Jake Paul was doing to Floyd? He was treating Floyd like a rag doll. You know? He looked like a big giant fighting Floyd. You know? So, but Manny Pacquiao had a great career. But if you're going to keep adding L's to his resume, it is going to hurt his legacy because he's still boxing. You got to know when to call it quits. You keep getting knocked and keep losing, you're going to have problems with your career and your rankings. But Manny has a good excuse to plant it. Oldness. So whenever he loses, oh, I'm old. I'm supposed to lose. But whenever he wins, look how old Manny is and he's still winning. So it's a no-win situation, no-win situation fighting Manny Pacquiao. So if you're young and you beat Manny Pacquiao, people say he was old. So if he beats you, people say, oh, how great he is. And you young and you can't beat an old Manny Pacquiao. So if you're the other guy, you lose anyway. Like a lot of people are going to say, not give you Ugas credit for beating Manny Pacquiao because he's younger and Manny Pacquiao is old. Yeah, he should. He should. Manny Pacquiao should. If I'm Manny Pacquiao, I will open up like a boxing gym in the Philippines. I don't know if he did this already, but if I'm him, I would open up a boxing gym in the Philippines and pit more people in the community on. Huh? Oh, okay. See, she said she thinks he has. Then he could open up, start his own boxing promotion and promote new upcoming boxers in the Philippines. He'd be doing this a lot because if he does this, he'd be bringing money into the community, one, and he'd be making another star. I'm sure he could find the next Manny Pacquiao in the Philippines, the next guy that want to fight, and you could be his manager, and you could promote that young guy. You could live, have a secondary career promoting that young guy. That's what I would do. So, Ugas gets that victory. And man, boy, was he giving them blows on Manny Pacquiao. I saw a lot of oldness in Manny Pacquiao tonight. A lot of slow, old man. I saw an old Manny Pacquiao tonight. That shows me that he needs to retire. He was moving very slow. Boxing is back, nevertheless. Yes, it is. And great fight. Ugas pulls up the upset, and he ain't going to get no credit for this win, though, unfortunately. This is a problem with boxing. The fact that he's younger and he beat an older man in Pacquiao, people are going to look at it like that. Oh, you beat an old Manny. He wasn't in his prime. Manny wins. Man, you younger than Manny Pacquiao and you can't beat him? You're an embarrassment to boxing. See how the double standard goes? He can't win. He deserves lots of credit, but he ain't going to get it. Because a lot of people are going to, I bet you the next day, a lot of people are going to be telling me, he didn't beat Manny Pacquiao. He beat an old man, Manny. It don't count. This don't count. It does count to me. What's up, Red Pill? It does count to me. This does count. And age plays a factor in life. Age don't just play a factor in boxing. It plays a factor in life. Look at LeBron James. He got hurt the last 2 out of 3 seasons playing on the Lakers. He gets hurt again this next season. He may need to hang it up. You ain't good to nobody if you can't show up on a basketball court, if you keep getting hurt. LeBron's supposed to be Iron Man of basketball, but that armor is breaking down. It's getting a little rusty. He got to put some Ben Gay on them knees because he's getting old. So, yeah. This is what I was trying to tell a lot of people that go by, oh, man, he's going to win all the time. He's old. You got to factor in the fact that he's old. I was surprised that he beat Keith Thurman. Because the main reason why I picked Keith Thurman to win, because Keith Thurman was younger. I picked Earl Spence to win a majority of this fight because he was younger in his prime. And he's the quote-unquote best welterweight in the game. You feel me? Yeah, Knicks a sleeper team in the East, but they ain't going nowhere. Retirement does sound good. Manny had a great career. But he got to know when to hang him up. Bernard Hopkins know when to hang it up. He said, I'm done. I don't want to box no more. Bernard Hopkins was going to be another Manny Pacquiao, fighting way too much. Roy Jones Jr., out of shape, Roy Jones Jr., still likes to box. And people thought you was going to die in that ring because you're overwhelming your stay. Boxing is a serious sport. You could die in the boxing ring. You know how many people died from boxing related injuries? Guys that got punched in the head too much, they went to the hospital and they died. You could lose your life in the boxing ring. And you know what? The guy that killed you in the boxing ring don't get charged for it because it's in the contract. If you lose your life in the boxing ring, you lose your life in the boxing ring. That's it. Nobody could be sued over it. You take the risk of putting your life on line. Your life is on the line when you do a boxing fight. Keep that in mind. No, like I never had no problem with Floyd being a defensive fighter and not wanting to take punishment. Fine, don't take punishment, but you're supposed to be giving it. No, if all you're doing is running around the ring like Rigondeaux was doing.
Who's your favorite boxing?
Oh no, you heard she think Rigondeaux my favorite boxer.
Yes, that's Prince's
Nah.
favorite boxer now.
Nope.
He was
Nope.
talking about that.
You know, no, because he keep rocking me to sleep. You see, she laughing. She think Rigondeaux my favorite boxer. No, he ain't.
Your favorite.
No, it's not. You know, no, it's not. Floyd could be a top 5 all time, but boxing is very tricky, man. Because going by divisions, Floyd's not a heavyweight. He's a welterweight. So, question is he one of the greatest welterweights of all time? Is he a top 5 welterweight of all time? Is a question we should be asking. I got Sugar Ray Leonard up there, Roberto Duran, you know, Sugar Ray Robinson. You got to throw the Sugar Rays up in there. You got to throw them up in there. You know, there's so much good welterweights. I mean, you could perhaps put them in there, but there's some people that don't get them in the top 5 welterweights. You know, that's a good thing to talk about. Top 5 welterweights. Manny's not a top 5 welterweight for me. You know, I like Manny and Floyd. I have no problem with them. I won't be so reluctant to put them in the top 5. Now, I think there's too much that came before them. You know, but prime for prime, woo, man. What about Barney Ross? Jose Naples, Henry Armstrong. You guys don't know about these welterweights. Know what I'm saying? What about? Some people say Sugar Ray Robinson, best welterweight of all time. That's suspect a little too, because Canelo's been cherry picking a lot of fights now. Now, you can say he's a top 5 talent, but until he starts beating some recognizable names, start going in there fighting some athletic fighters, you know. Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard is one of the top welterweights ever, you know. Roberto Duran was a beast, you know. But you can make a case, Manny Pacquiao top 5 or Floyd top 5. Or top 10. It's a lot of guys. Thomas Hearns. Hitman Hearns. Man, come on, man. You know how many good boxers? Marvin Hagler. Yeah, man, he float between weight divisions. But if Floyd boxed in the 80s, he would have took some losses. Some of them guys would have knocked the brakes off Floyd. You know? I respect Floyd as a businessman. As a boxer, remains to be seen. You know. Now, I respect him in his boxing aspect for getting in the ring. You know, I respect that. But his career, at least a little bit to be desired. I got more respect for Manny than I do for Floyd. But I would probably have both of them. I could have both of them probably in my top 10. Because I just mentioned a lot of guys from the 80s that was this. The 80s had the best welterweight boxers of all time. Them guys would have gave Floyd a lot of problems. A lot of them would. Sugar Ray Leonard beat on Floyd's dad. Floyd dad taught Floyd everything he knows, and Roger Mayweather. So there's a good chance Sugar Ray probably still would have beat the brakes off Floyd Mayweather. No, but you can make a case, man. You could throw Floyd up on that top 5. Somebody put Floyd on that top 5 for welterweights. I ain't mad at you. Oh, the 80s, bro. The 80s is the best boxing era. Hands down. The 1980s is the best boxing era. The 90s was a little bit watered down. But the heavyweight division in the 90s was no joke. But every other division was suspect a little bit. Know what I'm saying? I got to go with the 80s, man. Hands down, I got to go with the 80s. You know, Rocky Marciano, old school heavyweight boxer. It'd have been great to see him come up in the 90s era. He was a great boxer. You know? No discrimination over here. I don't care what you was. If black, white, green, if you got skills, you got skills. Yeah, I think Tyson Fury would do great in the 80s. I think Tyson Fury would do great in any era. That's the Undertaker right there, man. He gonna beat the brakes off Deontay Wilder again.
See, I thought the Filipinos are not upset they laugh.
Mm.
They making fun of that fight. That's how Filipino are.
People in the Philippines seem to be laughing at Manny Pacquiao losing. See, they good spirit, man. They don't take it to heart.
One of these comments said her mother was praying that Manny's arm get long.
Oh my God.
People stop boxing and care for yourself for older age. Stay away from politics.
Yep. See, they're telling Manny Pacquiao to stay away from politics, to be retired. They're laughing at Manny Pacquiao in the Philippines right now.
They say this one, it's been an honor to follow your path, Manny. You are a true legend, no doubt. Great is the only 8 division champ ever. Time to hang those gloves. It's time.
Yep. See, everybody says it's time to hang them gloves. Manny is the most popular guy in the Philippines, hands down. Then there's Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Michael Jordan to a certain extent, and Manny Pacquiao is the most famous people in the Philippines. Famous celebrities in the Philippines. It's really those 4 people. Floyd Short, even some of Floyd's fights, he fought Sugar Shane Mosley in 2009. Should have fought Shane Mosley in 2005. You know, it'd have been a much better fight. So Floyd missed the boat. He fought a lot of guys when they were old. Huh?
He has a plan to run for president.
Oh. Well, if he keep boxing, he gonna lose his danking ability to dank. So he better just hang them gloves up. You know, he gonna start stuttering when he doing his speech. So he gonna think somebody punching him in the
making the last name of Ugas, making fun of the last name of Ugas. It's because Ugas in the Philippines is like wash.
Yeah.
That's the meaning of that. And people was like, just retire. Because you're old.
Yeah, he does. He fought Oscar out of his prime. Fought Shane Mosley out of his prime. He would never fought Shane Mosley at all if Shane Mosley didn't get in the ring and provoke him. Floyd wanted no parts of Shane Mosley because he didn't want to run the risk of getting knocked out. Because Shane Mosley almost knocked Floyd out. An old Shane Mosley caught Floyd with a 2-piece, almost knocked his ass out. Imagine what a young Shane Mosley would have did in his prime.
They said you fight a bigger than you, and he has a long arms.
Yeah, that dude was big. Yeah, long arms. Floyd should have fought Paul Williams. Would have been a great fight for his legacy. Fighting Paul Williams would have been a great one. Huh?
Some people said man is weak now, he needs to retire.
Should have fought Keith Thurman when Keith Thurman was calling out Floyd. You should have fought Keith Thurman instead of fighting, Robert Guerrero and all them other dudes.
I'm so sleepy.
Keith Thurman one time was in his prime. One time knocking people out. You should have fought Keith Thurman then. Yeah, his resume is suspect. That's why I keep telling people. But you can't tell these hardcore Floyd fans nothing. They sit there, he beat everybody. Yeah, he beat a lot of people out of their prime. He had more than enough chances to fight them in their prime. Pacquiao got some old fights on his resume too. He beat some old Floyd leftovers. So it goes both ways. But he did fought a lot of in-prime boxers more than Floyd. Floyd cherry-picked a fight with Marquez. All right? Marquez had no business fighting Floyd Mayweather. He had to go up weight divisions just to fight Floyd Mayweather. And the people are like, why are you fighting Marquez? Candy pit. Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. Like people say, Kobe dropped 55 on Jordan when he was on the Wizards. That's not that impressive. You got to do it when Mike was Mike. That makes it more impressive. I could drop 50 on Mike right now. Maybe I can't, but you you get my point. I ain't trying to provoke Michael Jordan, but you know what I mean. But can't tell these people nothing. Costa Zoo. Floyd ducked Costa Zoo. Should have fought him. Had plenty of opportunities to fight him. His father said, no, I don't want him. I don't want that guy fighting my son. Fought Pacquiao like 8 years later. You should have been make that fight happen. I don't want to hear that bullshit that Manny Pacquiao was on steroids. If Manny Pacquiao was on steroids, Floyd, and you do all these strict testings, you would have tested his ass before the fight even started. Same way you did. You drained the guy before the fight even started. So you should have did it. You should have did it when you had the chance. I don't hear that nonsense. Floyd thought Manny was on steroids. If you that good, Floyd, you say you. All right. I'm back. Sorry. There's a link in there. Hoop, you could jump in. There we go. I had a little problem. My joint just clicked off on me. Yo, what's up, son?
What up? What it do, man?
Just having that little late night fun, man.
Nah, I know, man. He on his boxing shit tonight. I see you.
Yeah, I'm on my boxing. I'm on my boxing swag, man. I'm trying to tell these people, man. Floyd and LeBron James are almost very similar.
You know,
Very
man.
similar.
You know, man.
You got
They
all these
you
over the top Floyd Mayweather fans, man.
know, man. They the smoke duckers. I call them the smoke duckers.
Yep. He beating up on senior citizens when he had a chance to fight these dudes up in their prime.
Man, you know, listen, like 90% of athletes nowadays don't like competition.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah, son.
They like
Word.
shit. They
And
like
even
shit.
if Manny was on steroids, like people say he was, and you Floyd Mayweather, you a defensive fighter, it wouldn't make no difference anyway, because you just run around the ring anyway. Not like he was gonna get hit. You know what I'm saying? So you had all the excuses, you had all the chances in the world to fight Manny Pacquiao. You just kept making excuses for why you shouldn't be fighting the guy. That's called duck and smoke.
Yeah, you know, man. He ain't want no smoke for Pacquiao. You know how that
Right.
is.
He waited like 8 years later till the guy's old, out of his prime. And you only took the fight because you was pressured. People said they weren't going to watch your pay-per-views no more unless you fight Manny Pacquiao. They forced you to fight Manny Pacquiao because you was going to go your whole career without facing Manny Pacquiao. That goes to show you that you didn't want no smoke because you was ducking the guy for years until the fans said enough. If you don't fight Manny, we ain't going to watch your pay-per-views. That was it. Your back was forced against the wall. That was all it is.
Hey, that's fucked up, man.
Word. Oh, but yeah, yo, what was you telling me about this Kawhi Leonard stuff?
Nah, man. Like you watched the highlight tape.
No, I didn't get it. I thought you said you was gonna send it through the text message. I didn't get the text message.
I did send it to you.
Well, I can't find it on my phone. I got a new phone, by the way. I don't know if y'all can see it. This is that Samsung joint.
Hold on, let me see.
Wow.
Yeah, I sent it to you.
All right. Let me see if I can. Damn. Yo, send that again. It's still not here for some reason. I don't know if there's something wrong with my phone. It is new.
Hold on, let me see.
Well, I didn't get it. I thought she was going to send it later, so I said I'll wait. Yeah, Manny should retire because he old. He got beat by a nobody, and that nobody thought was going to win tonight. You know, a younger Manny Pacquiao would have beat that guy, though, because he would have rushed that guy. I saw an old Manny tonight. The dude was just beat up. That was it. But he got a reputation for ducking smoke. Smoke ducking.
Yeah, what up, man? You got it now?
All right, let me see. Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna text you real quick just to see what's up. I don't know what's wrong with this phone, son. I really don't know what's wrong with this phone. This is what happens when this is my first Android phone after having Apple for years. So okay, there you go. That's your number right there. I'm just gonna text you, yo, and see what happens. See if it comes there. All right. I text you. Just tell me if you got that text.
Yeah, I got it. I don't know why you can't get the video.
I'm not getting your text at all. I got absolutely nothing on my phone. Yeah, that was the old Manny. I tell you, time to retire. But it's hard for me to rate guys like.
You want me to send it to your other phone or no?
Which one was that? Yeah, send it to the other phone. Or if you, matter of fact, is it just like a link?
mean,
If
yeah.
it's a link, you can send it to the email. If it's a link.
Let me see. How can I?
But it's hard for me to rate guys like Floyd Mayweather because they got potential, but they never
You
reached
got
that.
it now?
Oh yeah, I got it now.
I was saying,
All right, I
fast
got it
forward
now.
it to like 11 minutes and watch it.
All right,
And I want you to watch that. And this was in 2016-17 season.
all right. I'm gonna watch
And
that. I'm gonna watch that tonight, and then I'm gonna be on live again tomorrow because
I've been
I
was
do my
telling
live on the weekend.
everybody that Kawhi Leonard is an underrated scorer. Like he's actually the most versatile. I mean, he's actually the most versatile scorer we have in the NBA today.
Okay. And yo, Tay Davis says your debate with um sports debate was funny. Man,
Hmm?
hey, we had some good debates on here, man. You know, I think the debate with my man Raw Status was more on point. Now, sometimes when you have too much people talking, sometimes it's hard for two people to get their point across. But
Mm-hmm.
with Raw Status, we didn't have nobody talking over him, so him and Hoop was able to go back and forth and make their points. So I think that was a little more better, you know. But yeah, man, people have spoken, man. I don't know how many times I got to say this. You got guys like LeBron James that just don't get the respect that the fanboys want him to get. It's just not
Mm-hmm.
happening, man. You know, it's not like I'm making this stuff up. You guys act like I'm doing this on purpose. And I just woke up one morning and let me just decide to talk bad about LeBron. Bro, I could go outside right now with a LeBron jersey. People are telling me to take that shit off. That don't know me from a hole in the wall. Be like, man, take that stuff off. You're a coward. You know what I mean? I didn't tell them to say that. So that just goes to show you that the general public ain't feeling them like that. What you want me to do about it? You know? I go outside with a Jordan or a Kobe jersey. You know what they saying? Yo, that's the man, son. You know why? People respect dudes like that more. You know, it's the reason why people respect those guys. So we have to break down why people respect a Kobe more than they respect a LeBron James. There's the reasons for that. Why we respect Manny Pacquiao more than Floyd Mayweather. There's reasons for that. You know, it's not like the world is against them. They do that shit themselves. Look at LeBron crying because he got 0 votes for best player in the league. Nobody believe in you no more, dog. You know? It's just as plain as simple as that. All these LeBron fanboys keep talking about how great he is, but the outside world don't feel it. They feel like you shoving that down their throat. They see a guy play and they see a bunch of flaws. While you guys keep saying that he's this and that. But the whole world not seeing what you're seeing. You're part of a small group of people that think LeBron is this and that, and them other people are like, hold up, this looks suspect.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
big time.
Exactly. You know, he deserved to have 0 votes because you can't be the best player in the NBA if you're not the best player on your own team. Why are people saying Anthony Davis is better than you?
He is.
That should not even be a conversation if you're the best player in the world. How are you going to be the best player in the world if you can't be the best player on your own team? Who? Tell me that. How does that make any sense? Right or wrong?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you can't tell people that, man. And we saying this mainly because, you know, he's old. But you can make it. I'm being completely honest. You can make a case that LeBron James has never been the best player in basketball consistently. There's always been somebody the next year that you think was better.
Always.
Always. Even if you say, yo, LeBron's the best, I'm making an example. LeBron's the best player in 2015. But then come 2016, you see Steph win unanimous MVP, and people like, hold up, who's this guy? Why you ain't doing that, LeBron? You know, oh, hold up, who's this guy? Kevin Durant? Why you ain't doing that, LeBron? Oh, Kawhi coming up. Yo, he's starting to look better than LeBron. There's always these other dudes that people are looking at and say, hold up. You know, I didn't make it like that. It is what it is. You know, when Kobe was on top, you didn't second guess it. When I said Kobe was the best player in the league, nobody second guessed it. We didn't say, "Oh, I think Iverson better, man." Yo, I think I even though it was close a little bit.
I think T Mac better. Like,
Yeah,
it was.
you know, T Mac was close. T Mac had a little zone, but nobody never said T Mac was better than Kobe. You know, everybody always gave Kobe that best player in the league title until it was no more. There was no second guessing because Kobe would listen to those comments and he said, "Okay, yo, T Mac, we about to go 1-on-1, showdown." You know, so he always proved us wrong. He always answered the bell when it was time for a challenge. Because when we were saying Kawhi was better than you, LeBron didn't answer that challenge. He's supposed to go out there and be like, "Okay, you think Kawhi better than me? I'm gonna guard this guy the whole game." You know, that's what you should have been doing. Because if that's the only way you could shut people up is by laying the hammer down, giving that ass whooping. That's it.
That nigga ain't do that. That nigga went and said, "You know what? He got it. I'm not."
Where is that? You know, even Mike. Yo, Clyde Drexler better than you, Mike. Okay, I want that guy. Give me him. All these guys, they answer the challenge when a challenge was presented to them. You know, you can even ask Penny Hardaway what Mike was telling him because people were saying, "Yo, Mike, you getting old. Penny Hardaway taking your spot." Penny Hardaway said out of his own words, "Mike, you know, Mike used to come at me all the time, you know, threatening to do this and that to me, and Mike would go out there and do it." You know, that's the difference. That's the difference. That's what we're talking about. That's what we want to see from you, LeBron. You don't want to see no excuses. We don't want to see the cast on an arm in the podium. We don't want to see, "Oh, the storm is coming," but then we don't get no storm. You know, all we get is a little sprinkle showers because you didn't do nothing.
Yo,
No? Yeah, son, he's still
you
doing
watching
talking.
the video? You watching the video or not?
Nah, I'm gonna watch it later today. Come on live right now.
Oh, man.
I go on tomorrow. We're gonna do some more Kawhi breaking down and talk about that tomorrow. Because technically this is a boxing live stream.
Oh,
I'm just
cool.
getting some last words in. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, actually, we was talking about both boxing and the whole duck and smoke.
Oh yeah, no question. You know what I'm saying? But,
yo, listen,
yeah,
man.
It is what it is, man. You guys keep saying, "Oh, basketball is a team sport." Miss me with that team sport stuff. Because if LeBron's winning, the first thing you say is LeBron got a 5th championship. You don't say the Lakers.
Well, as soon as you lose, LeBron team this.
Exactly. Then you say, "Oh, it's a team sport when LeBron lose, right?" But when he wins, LeBron the GOAT, Finals MVP, and then these individual matchups matter. You notice the individual matchups matter if LeBron is winning.
Yep.
But if he's losing them, oh, they don't care no more. Oh, Kawhi got a winning record against LeBron. Oh, it don't count. Individual matchups don't count. But you use that same argument for saying LeBron's better than Kobe.
Yep.
They use that same argument for LeBron and Kobe. They use the same thing. Oh, LeBron outplayed Kobe more times when they played. You know, I didn't see LeBron fanboys sitting there saying, "Oh, you know that don't matter, man. Basketball is a team sport. You don't keep that same energy for Kobe, but you do it for LeBron. You change it all up. It's always changing narratives. That's all I'm asking. Why can't you just keep that same energy? If individual matchups don't matter in basketball, then don't tell me that LeBron is outplaying everybody and he's the best individual player in the league. Because all you care about is just the team, right? So why are you defending one guy instead of defending the whole team?
These guys are suckers, man.
You know, come on now. You know, we got to stop with the excuses, man. Because I could come up with excuses myself. I could sit there and say the Lakers only won that Miami Heat championship because Bam Adebayo was missing and Gordon Dragic was gone. So if you want to keep counting injuries, we could do that all day. No, who's 100% in the playoffs anyway? You play the regular season, everybody's banged up. It's survival of the fittest. Nobody plays 100% in the playoffs anyway. It's pro basketball, dog. People get hurt all the time.
I'm gonna say this.
What's up?
I'm gonna say that if people think LeBron is better than MJ or Kobe, they're like still in high school. Like
Man.
85% of them still in high school.
It's just it's not even that. Like I don't mind somebody saying that. That's their opinion. But the thing is, let's just keep that same energy. Stop moving the goalposts. If you have
Right.
if you have a criteria, keep your criteria. Don't keep moving it and changing it. Because you say the same thing we're saying if it benefits LeBron. But if something don't benefit LeBron, you switch the narrative around and say, oh, that don't matter no more. But it mattered when LeBron was winning, though, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fun fact. It was like the all-time list. People be getting LeBron over Kareem. Like I was like, what? I'm trying to figure how you can put LeBron over Kareem.
True that, you know. But
to be honest, Kareem should be a second all-time player.
I mean, you could make a case. You could make a case Kareem's the second all-time, you know. That's definitely for sure. You definitely make that case. But like I did a little short video and I said, who would you rather take? LeBron, Magic, or Oscar Robertson? Everybody said Magic for the most part. I didn't put a gun to y'all head and tell y'all to say Magic, did I? Y'all chose that yourself. So that goes to show you that the level of respect for LeBron is not as high as you want it to be. You know?
Yeah. A lot of LeBron fans were like try this crazy. George tried to say Pippen carried him. I just figure how people carry him, but George is
that's a joke within itself. They try to come up with this narrative of the Bulls are a super team. Get out of here with that nonsense.
Right.
Miss me with that nonsense. Them guys were drafted. Nobody went every year saying, "Oh, the Bulls was going to win. They got all the best players." No, nobody said that. All right.
I'm gonna tell you, like a lot of people try to say a lot of people try to say the Bulls in '96 was a super team. I was like, what? I just how was they a super team?
Bro, they was far from a super team. And you see my go ahead.
This nigga Raw tried to say Dennis Rodman was a fucking superstar.
Dennis Rodman was far from a superstar, bro.
We all know LeBron family don't know basketball.
If Dennis Rodman is a superstar, Andre Drummond is an all-star and a superstar too. Because he grabbed the same amount, almost the same amount rebounds. He's a rebounding machine too. Just because you grabbing rebounds don't mean you a superstar.
Whoa.
I'm gonna say this. If LeBron loses
that's the case,
this championship,
Drummond will be a superstar.
Hell yeah, that's the case. Drummond, the best big man in the league right now. Forget Embiid and all them dudes.
Yeah. I'm gonna say if LeBron lose and messed up the super team, I don't care nobody says. I'm putting Kobe on LeBron. I don't care nobody says.
I'm surprised you don't get Kobe over LeBron now. Didn't you say Kobe was your guy?
Yeah, but I still got Kobe and LeBron on all-time list.
Oh, okay. You all right. Okay.
I still got Jordan #1.
All right.
And plus, I'm saying, and plus, I got Kareem over LeBron.
All right.
And
Nothing wrong with that. G Money got LeBron in his top 10. He don't even have LeBron in the top 5. So that just goes to show you there's a mixed crowd. I mean, it is what it is. It's not like nobody making stuff up, you know. But
I'm just feel like
next y'all gonna be telling me that Steve Kerr is an all-star, a guy that averaged 6 points a game. That's a super team. They got Steve Kerr. You see those 6 points a game?
Yo, listen, man. Like,
you see them 6 points a game? Steve Kerr was a beast, son.
Word. Yo, listen.
He was a role player at the time.
Listen, P. Like the shit that get me mad is like, I look at LeBron and I just shake my head because he wouldn't have no rings if it wasn't for super teams, bro. Like, think about it. Karl Malone would have rings if he would have teamed up. Right. Tracy McGrady would have rings if he would have teamed up.
Right.
So, if we're going to give him this respect, we got to say, all right, AI and Tracy McGrady, it's all-time great players. They in top 5, top 10 too. Because if they would have teamed up, they would have rings too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the problem with super teams, though, is deflating the meaning of championships. It's make it seem pointless. Because if anybody could just become free agents and you all could just say, hey, let's all play on the same team. it's taking away the specialness of winning a championship. It's like, okay, it's not competitive no more. Like right now, look at the NBA. They're on the Lakers jock. They're on the Nets jock. That's all they promoting is the Lakers and Nets because all the main stars are on two teams.
No, they're not. No, they're not jock the Lakers star. They just jock a LeBron star.
Well, hey, LeBron's on the Lakers though, and
Yeah.
they still got elite players on that team. And the Nets got 3 of the most exciting players in the league that people like to watch. So it's all on one team.
Yep.
That's why the beginning of the season is the Warriors versus the Nets. I think it's Warriors and Nets. No, it's Lakers and Warriors and Nets and I think Bucks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Well, they but the Clippers not one game.
The Clippers not even for Christmas. They don't even got a Christmas game. I was upset with the Christmas game roster, but I know where it's coming from. All they're doing is promoting two teams. You're gonna have nonstop LeBron James articles and news when the season starts. Everything's gonna be about LeBron almost every day. And if it's not about LeBron, it's gonna be about KD and the Nets. That's all you're gonna hear about. The rest of them teams, nobody's gonna talk about.
Yeah, just like Rachel Nicholson, she loves LeBron for no reason.
Well, a lot of people in the media love LeBron, but it gets me.
Jay Williams.
It gets me surprised when people say, "Oh, the media hate LeBron. Nobody likes LeBron in the media."
Right.
I don't know what you've been watching, man. I really don't understand who you've been watching. I must have been living on another planet because I thought Shannon Sharp and Nick Wright exist.
And Jay Williams.
Oh my God, the list goes on. Jay Williams. Rachel Nicholson.
Kendrick Perkins.
Kendrick Perkins. Who's the other dude? You got to take all LeBron payroll guys. Richard Jefferson. Richard Jefferson. Shannon Fry. Anybody that played with LeBron that was that got an ESPN job.
Don't forget about Ryan Hollins.
I forget about him. That's another LeBron, another LeBron nut hug.
Boy.
Yeah. It's a lot of them.
Yeah, the list goes on.
It's just that the most famous ones is Nick Wright and Shannon Sharp. So people sit there and say, "Oh, it's only those two." No, it's a lot. It's a lot of them.
Yeah. We all know Nick Wright doesn't know basketball.
Man, Nick Wright loved LeBron James. That's all he did.
He always buys towards MJ Kobe for no reason. Like, come on.
Oh yeah, because he can't promote those guys. Because if he does, it's going to diminish LeBron. So he has to downgrade or try to downgrade Kobe and Jordan to uplift LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
That's what some of these fanboys do. You know why these fanboys try to make the Bulls a super team? It's because LeBron won with super team. So it's to make LeBron's career look, hey, Jordan did the same thing, but it's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
You don't sit there and say every year the Bulls was going to win a championship. No, you did not say that.
And these LeBron fans say some crazy. Listen, if you don't watch them, the niggas will lie to you. They will lie. They'll make up shit. It's like
I call it stat boosting because they sit there and say stuff like, LeBron averaged 30 points a game in last year's playoffs. It's not true.
No, you did. No, you didn't.
They just keep stat boosting. But then when somebody checks them on the stats, they look it up. They say, "Oh, stats don't matter no more." But that was your argument prior to somebody calling you out. If we don't expose you for LeBron stats, you do something else.
Yeah. They just don't know basketball.
No.
I'm gonna say a lot of LeBron fanboys are most of them they're like either teenagers or like 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
Nah, they all over.
Yeah, they're all over. They could be old.
They're all over. like Skip Bayless, because why Skip Bayless hates LeBron because he a Kobe Bryant fan. That's why.
Yeah.
No, it's not that. It's because LeBron is cut from a different cloth, and you got these people that try to hype him up like he this and that, and that shit makes people mad, man.
Oh yeah, don't forget about Max Kellerman. He's a LeBron fan.
Right.
No,
it's basically just it's like me trying to sell you a piece of shit, then telling you it's gold. It's like it's 14 karat gold. Of course you're gonna be mad. You can be like, what the hell is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody selling you something that looks fugazi, you're gonna start to question it. You know,
Yeah.
it's just simple as that. And there's a lot of holes in LeBron's game that people just keep talking about. Oh, look at the athletic. You think LeBron was the only athletic player in NBA history?
No.
Sean Kemp
Yo,
was athletic. Blake Griffin was athletic. What's your
Right.
point?
yeah, bro.
That
And the
don't
way they,
that don't
the
pertain
way,
to skill.
yeah, you're right. And the way they try to overhype his passing is crazy.
Right. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not bad passer than Magic Johnson.
No.
Hell
Most of
no.
LeBron's assists come from the LeBron system. You just sit there and stand in the corner and he passed the ball to you. You shoot a three. That's not necessarily making guys better. I'm not saying that he didn't make some players better in the past, but
Right.
and as years go on, when he joined the Miami Heat and up, a lot of those guys were just ready good anyway. It's not like he was just
Right.
making them better. You know, how good can you make a guy like Kyrie Irving when he was an all-star already anyway?
Yeah. So yeah. To be honest, when LeBron was joined Miami, that Miami Heat team was still D Wade's team though.
Oh yeah, D Wade had to give it up to LeBron though for them to win because he know LeBron couldn't play off the ball, and
Yeah.
there was some flaws in them winning. So he said, you know what, we're gonna have to make you're the younger guy on the team. We're gonna make you the primary guy,
Yeah.
And he tell you to this day that was a big sacrifice. It take a lot for a man to step down from being at the top of his game to letting another guy take his spot, to letting another guy be the so-called alpha. That takes a lot of guts and a lot of braveness to do because a lot of guys ain't willing to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, I still think that D Wade was still the alpha for the Heat when LeBron joined. I still think D Wade was still the alpha on that team.
Okay, no question. Yeah, Hoop, you muted yourself. I don't know if you did it on purpose or by accident.
Shit, my bad. That's by accident.
It's all good, son.
I
But
mean,
yeah, go ahead.
like when you go watch the Miami thing, majority like like LeBron got a lot of points off alley hoops and a lot of cuts and back doors.
Mm-hmm.
He don't really have a skill set to
Unless
get
he was
buckets.
bulldozing his way to the basket.
Yep.
Yeah, LeBron's weakness is shooting and free throw. That's his biggest weakness.
Yeah, because he's not a perimeter player like that. He's more of an athletic. You think of LeBron, you just think of a guy driving to the basket, dunking on somebody, because it pertains to athletic ability.
Yeah, but like no hate to LeBron, but LeBron was not a primary shooter. He's more like an athletic guy, like can drop to the basket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt. But can't tell some people nothing, man. That's just how it is, man. But nevertheless, man, this was a good fight. Did you watch the fight, Tay?
Yeah. For a little bit, they actually fell asleep.
Yo, bro, Pacquiao was taking some hits, bro.
Yeah, I know. I heard about this.
He was getting rocked.
Yeah.
Did you order the fight or no?
Yeah, I did over the fight, but
word. Hey, congratulations to you, man. That fight was a little too expensive for my taste. I wasn't willing to drop $80 on that fight. I was like, yo, I don't know if I could do it. If it was Earl Spence, I would have did it. But this guy,
but Manny, it's time for him to retire.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, he had a good run, but Manny Pacquiao love to compete. He don't care about, he just cares about the next challenge. He loves to compete against the best. He wants smoke with everybody. But for his own health, I'm real talk, because I'm going to have to criticize him because he lost. But in all fairness, I hope his family sits him down and say it's time to retire. Because he keeps taking hits to the head. It's going to damage his health in the future.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him end up like Muhammad Ali or any other boxer,
Yeah.
So You don't want to live the rest of your life, your retired days, shaking and barely able to move.
Yeah.
So just get out the game while you can. But we out of here, man.
Well, all right, man.
I'll be back. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. We're gonna be back on live again tomorrow. And I figure I stayed on a little past the boxing fight because I haven't been on in like 2 or 3 days. So it's all good. But have a good one, bro.
You too, man.
All right. All right, man. We out of here, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the fight. Ugas put on the show, man. You got to give the man credit. He went out there and compete, and he fought against a legendary Manny Pacquiao and got the win. But as of right now, Prince Sports is out. Peace. Y'all have a good one.